Welcome to the Angel Mystic Podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic Podcast. Welcome back to this week's podcast. It's called Beyond the Shuffle, the truth about angel card readings. I'm here to set you straight, clear up any misconceptions that you might have about what an angel reading is all about. If you've ever wondered what it might be, what's really going on when you're pulling those cards, or are you just making it up if you're doing it for someone else, this is going to shift your perspective completely. So let's delve in, and already my nose is tickling because the angels are here and I can very much feel them around me. One of the things they do is they do tittle my face a lot, which is really reassuring. And, you know, even after doing readings, I've got to say the majority of my life, because a couple of years ago met up with an old school friend and she says, "Oh, do you remember when you used to read my palm at school?" I have no recollection of that. Apparently in maths, she used to sit in front of me and she used to put a hand behind her so that I could read her palm. I mean, I don't remember these things, but I have done readings most of my life. And the thing that I have settled upon, because whilst I do mediumship, I don't ever class myself as a medium. I do connect with spirit. I personally do that, you know, within my daily practice most days. I don't want to be a medium. The truth be known, mediumship doesn't excite me. You know, I don't need any more evidence that spirit are around us. What does excite me, and you know, if you listen to last week's podcast, it's all about doing what's right for you. One size does not fit all. What does excite me is absolutely my angels. And angels will always give you positive guidance on how to move forward. They're not predictive readings. I don't believe any readings are predictive, to be honest, just because we're the creators of our own destiny. But angel readings will highlight what you might not be seeing. You know, when you've got your blinkers on and you can't see the full picture, the angel readings are going to give you that. Now, if I'm doing an angel reading and spirit come through, just like when my voice goes croaky, I've got no choice. I will bring through whoever or whatever needs to come through that time. But I never ever advertise that I am a medium and I'm going to be delivering messages from spirit. That's a Brucey bonus if you get that when you're working with me. But I will be highlighting what you're not seeing, and that's healing in itself. The angel readings are very healing, they're therapeutic, and they help you find that way forward when you're feeling a little bit lost or a little bit confused, but they're not predictive. They help you see what you're meant to be seeing when sometimes you can't see that. You know, they get to the truth of what's really going on for you. So some misconceptions about angel cards, and obviously I have my own deck of angel cards. I don't know how many years these have been in production now. This is a very old dirty deck. Look at filth on that. But I love this deck. I've got many decks and I love this particular deck. This is the deck I always use with my clients. They just are well used, well loved. And they just, oh my goodness, they're just so easy to shuffle, probably because the amount of muck they've got on them. I don't know, but they just feel really easy to use. The thing is, when you get a new deck of angel cards, you do have to break them in. And they are well broken in, well broken in. So when people first see angel cards, they often think maybe it's magic is in the shuffle of them. Um, but the magic is in the whole process. The cards come out in the most incredible ways. You get some flying out, you get some poking out. If you're reading cards properly, and there's nothing more frustrating, particularly for me as a psychic, where I see people going, "Oh, I'm going to give you an angel reading," and they get the deck of cards out, and they see this on social media all the time, and they reference the book that comes with the cards. Stay away from people that are doing that because they're not proper psychics. They are not using the cards as they're meant to be. Those you do not need to memorize the book when you get a deck of cards. You need to read them intuitively. And that's what's the deeper connection is to the truth, to the real magic in angel readings. It isn't what the cards say, it isn't what the pictures on the cards. It's about the deeper message on that. Angel cards are just a tool. They're like this little bridge between you and, your angels and your spirit team. And angels have a way of bringing guidance through that you need to see, that you can interpret in a different way. Yes, shuffling is part of it, but your energy is part of it. Your intention that you had when you set the reading, the person who's reading your cards, the intention they had. Before I start a reading, I always tune in to people. I'm always up to speed before I go in to the session. And also, it's your willingness to be really open and using that session as a gateway to the guidance that you need. A lot of people, and it might surprise you, but they'll come into a session and they're closed down. There's a lot of fear attached to all of that. I have not only been reading cards for most of my life and working as a psychic professionally for the last 15 years, but I also teach other people to read cards too, because I always tell my students that anyone can do this. The guidance is already there. The cards are just talking a language, and your angels will help you understand that. And two people, if you're reading cards correctly, two people could pull the same card. In fact, 10 of you could pull the same card. More than that, you would all get a different message if you're reading cards correctly. But if you're just going to the book and opening up page 47 and it says, the believe card, and it gives you all the description of that, and that's the message, you are missing so much of the real message, the hidden meanings. Reading cards isn't hard, but it does require a lot of trust. It does require you to build a connection, not just with the deck of cards, but with your guides, with your team. It takes time to do that. And one of the biggest blocks that people have is their confidence. And I will hand on heart say to you, even though, and I feel like I'd started to say this earlier on, I perhaps got distracted in my own little thoughts, but I remember years ago, I haven't had this for a long time, but I would still be a good, 5 years into my journey of doing professional readings. And I hadn't done them, and maybe I'd been on holiday or something like that. I hadn't done them for a while. And I go, oh my goodness, what if I can't connect? What if I can't connect? That's a genuine fear. And it's absolutely untrue. It is untrue. You will absolutely still be able to connect, even if you've been on holiday, even if you've had a break from doing it. But you've got to, overcome your ego, overcome your limiting beliefs, and throw away that guidebook because that's not what you need to do. You need to use those cards as that tool. And remember, the cards are a tool and you are the messenger. That's all that's happening. You're bringing in those messages. And those messages might be something that you feel, something that you sense, something you hear, you see. It might not even be what's on the card if you're reading them correctly. So, and when I'm teaching people to read cards, I will say, there's so many different decks. Of course, there's my favorite card. I love this card, my favorite one in my deck. You can get my deck of cards. You can only get them from me at the moment, but you can get also lots of other different decks of cards, and some will be more wordy, some will be more pretty pictures. Mine are well, they're small for a start off, quite small, easy to shuffle, very accurate. There's not many words on them, and the pictures are cartoony sort of based. But that doesn't mean to say they're for beginners. I am not a beginner and I use these all the time doing my readings. They're just a very easy deck to work with. But you've got to pick a deck that feels right for you. And you might have a deck sitting in your drawer and you're not sure where to start. Come and join one of my trainings. We've got Angel Card Reader coming up, where we're going to be helping you do that. You can learn things in Spiritual Versity. You can learn things in Abundance Club. The tools are out there for you. You've just got to start trusting what you're getting. You've got to dip your toe in that water and, help you start connecting. Angel cards are a brilliant tool to help you connect with your angels, even if you're only doing it for yourself. If you've got a deck of cards, pull a card a day. See what the message is. See what you're getting. Because they're so flipping accurate. It's scary at times. Absolutely on the nail accurate. And if you want to go deeper, just remember, I've got a multiple six-figure business here, but mine started just doing readings. Anything is possible, but requires you to take some action. So hopefully that has given you a little bit of help in understanding what angel card readings are and how they're different from tarot or anything else that you might have heard of before. They're much, much easier to read than tarot. I do believe that. You can't get them wrong. They're incredibly intuitive, but you've got to trust that intuition that you're getting. And it's not just about the shuffle, it's in the energy, it's in the connection, it's in the intention, it's in that relationship that you have between you and your angels. And the cards are just a doorway. And it's up to you whether you're going to walk through that doorway. You can pull a card a day, you can do a full readings. Within my deck as well, you've got a yes and a no cards. And the yes and the no is a great way of getting a very specific answer. She says now, there's the no. There's a no, but there is a yes in here somewhere as well. There's 42 cards in my deck. You can do monthly spreads, you can do yearly spreads. And if you do my trainings, I will teach you the upside down pyramid spread, which is just a fabulous way for you to be able to get a really good overview reading. All the cards interconnect with each other. It's brilliant. So all that information, Spiritual Versity, Abundance Club, Angel Card Reader Training will be in the show notes. Hopefully you'll come and join some of my free trainings and help you understand a bit more. But now we will do angelic guidance for the coming week. This is for the 8th to the 14th of September. I've got the cards all ready. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this isn't my deck that I work with. This is not as dirty, this deck. And here's a yes card in this deck. Now last week we had the no card bang in the middle. And this week we have the yes card bang in the middle. The cards are not quite as balanced either side, but this is a really good week. A really good week. We're starting with trust, and where are we without that in life? We're nowhere. We have to trust. We have to trust that we can do things. We have to trust that we have angels. We have to trust that we are fully supported. Remember that on Monday, because it feels like it's going to be tested. So the one thing you can absolutely always trust is your angels. And on this card, we've got the coins as well. So if you are worrying that where the heck's the money, do not. It is coming. The money is coming. For other signs this week, finding coins, messages in music, little white feathers. They're all the signs that you are getting this week. Tuesday, it's the truth. The truth needs to come out. That feels like the truth within you of who you are, what you do, what you stand for. Allow yourself to stand in your own truth. Allow yourself to speak your truth. Speak it out loud to yourself before you say it to anyone else. It feels like something that's been beneath the surface that needs to come out. I also want to say on this card, no more people pleasing. Now, this is what it's like when you're reading cards correctly, because where does it say no more people pleasing? It doesn't. But that's what I'm feeling. And that's when you're reading cards correctly. You're trusting what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what you're knowing, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, all of those things. Truth has to come out. I feel like you need to hold on to your pants on Tuesday, quite honestly. It feels quite the day, and I would love to know what happens for you on Tuesday. So do let us know. On Wednesday, it feels such a relief. The energy feels like, whoo, big sighs. Honest. It feels like, oh, well, I'm now can be honest with myself, who I am, what I'm doing, what I want from life. It feels a relief. And with that, we get the yes, like, let's go, all systems go, woo, 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 like, push forward, say yes to as many things as you can on Thursday. It feels like it's so important to do that. And then on Friday, we've got a little reminder. We're never alone on this new path, this new journey, this new period of your life that's opening up. You are fully supported with your guardian angel. And you are going to turn into a manifesting queen, because here we are on Saturday. We've got the manifesting card. This is actually a very exciting week. It might feel a little bit tough at the beginning, but it feels like it's going to be like all things are coming together. You're eventually allowing yourself to be who you're meant to be, manifesting those things that you have always wanted but never dared to do anything about it. Sunday, we've got Raphael, and yes, he is the healer of the mind, body, spirit, and soul. He's the doctor in the angel realms, but he's not here for that today. He is here to help you on this journey that you are starting this week. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get to this week. It sounds phenomenal. I can't wait to know what happens for us all. Do let me know. Do leave us a little comment. Post in Abundance Manifesting and let us know. That is it for today. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next week. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. Hope to see you there.